What's up, friends? How are you? Today I want to show you one really beautiful place here in Moscow, Izmailovo Kremlin, and now I'm in the park near. It's an amazing place that for people of all ages, and it's much more than just a Kremlin, and in this video I want to prove it. As well as I want to answer some of your questions that you asked me about Russia. So please continue watching it. The easiest way to come to this Kremlin is by underground till Partizanska metro station or by Moscow Center Circle until Izmailovo station, and personally I chosen the second variant. Moscow Center Circle was built only 4 years ago, and now I really like traveling by it because it's clean, convenient, and sometimes opens up very beautiful views. Honestly, I got so much stress in this area because I was passing my driver license here 5 times. No comments about this. And also I was passing IELTS in that building. Also so much stress. Here we came to Izmailovo Kremlin, I think one of the most famous places here in Moscow, and absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful building, and actually it's a really young one. It was built only in 2007, and many people don't know about this, but usually it was a house for tsars who lived in the past in the Rus. But it was started building in 2001. There was a design of famous architecture here in Moscow, but in 2005 there was a fire, so they have to rebuild this, and oh my god, it looks amazing. In the beginning, many people might think that this is a theme park like Disneyland, but in fact this is a Kremlin on the territory which there are churches, 9 museums, cafes and restaurants, as well as art installations. This restaurant room is being renovated now, but they let me in to see it, and oh my god, it's so beautiful. The building behind me is closed, so we are going now to the church. Guys, I also wanted to reply to some of your questions that you asked me a lot on Facebook, and one of the most famous is what I think about politics of Russia. And honestly, I want to tell you immediately that on my YouTube channel there will be nothing about politics in most cases, because I live not in the society where you can easily speak about your position, so please don't ask me these questions. I want to show on my YouTube channel the beauty of Russia, the beauty of all around the world, some of my thoughts about this, but nothing about politics. You also asked me a lot about is there lack of products in Russia, and I can't reply to all Russia because the country is huge, how you already know, but I can reply for Moscow, and I can't say that there is any lack of products. We have a lot in the shops, but I can say sure there are no hamon because I really like it, and you can't find this in most cases. As I said earlier, there are many museums on the territory of Kremlin, so I decided to show you some of them. So I paid 300 rubles to go to this museum, and it's like 3 rooms and 3 different museums. First of all, we see this exhibition. It's about abandoned toys, and the author of this exhibition found one toy on the street in park, and he was waiting somebody to take it, and no one came to take this toy, so he took it and was taking so many toys from different places, from different houses, and he put key on each of the toys, so it seems like they have a home. And this exhibition is for children and adult people who been abandoned, who don't have a home, who don't have a family. Oof. There is a big point of this, but honestly it looks so creepy. In the second room you can see how people were punished in the past, and honestly I wasn't impressed like at all. Come on, really so creepy. And the front room is a museum of invisible things, and yes, it looked really strange and not interesting. Honestly, I don't really like this museum. I just wanted to show you this, and it cost me 300 rupees as I told. I think it didn't worth it, and I don't really advise you to come here, but at least you've seen what kind of museums are in this Kremlin. By the way, there was a really beautiful gallery I showed you in my video in winter, and now unfortunately it's closed, but it's free and I really advise you to visit it. The second place I visited is a museum of pottery, but in fact it's more like a store. It's difficult to call it museum. There are so many museums and many of them are free. I advise you to take a look at this, but let me be honest, it's not so interesting, at least for me. By the way, in case if you'd like to spend the night on the territory of Izmailovo Kremlin, there are hostel and hotel. Izmailovo Kremlin is really famous for its market. You even can see this in some American movies. It's really nice there and it's so empty now. I think it's because of the pandemic, but when Emma came, my Greek friend came, we bought souvenirs here and now everything is empty. This area is so beautiful and all these paintings really nice. I think usually there are quite a lot of people who are taking pictures here, but it's a middle of a weekday, so there are not so much people. And by the way, it's reminding me Krasny Oktябrь area. Do you remember this place that I showed I think 5 videos before? The cultural heart of Moscow. If you haven't seen, take a look. Yeah, carpet on the wall was super famous in Soviet Union. Every family had this, and me too. You see, it's much more than just a Kremlin, and people from all ages can find something interesting here, like young people, some cool cafes, these installations, For children, there are many museums, and now people can go to churches. Like, such an interesting spot here in Moscow. I got a really interesting question about is it necessary to every boy to go to army, and the answer is almost yes. If the guys have some health problems and like physical, mental, they're not going there. And also I know you don't need to go to army if you're studying in university with some army position, or you're studying something technical, but with the army thing. I don't know how to explain you even in Russian language. But yeah, also you can actually pay money for this, but it's corruption, it's illegal, and I know that a lot of guys who pay a lot of money for this and then they still need to go to army. You asked me a lot about the prices for accommodation. I can tell you that to rent one room apartment for 1 month will cost you around 25,000 rubles. 2 rooms apartment will be around 40,000 rubles, and 3 rooms apartment maybe 50,000 rubles, but it really depends on the district of Moscow. And you can understand that Moscow is huge city, and in different areas the prices can be totally different, so you should check it out in the internet or Airbnb. And it should be an art street, but as you can see, there is nothing, so sad. And here's, by the way, the building for getting married. I know about this. And now we are going to a really interesting museum for you. the Museum of Vodka. The audio guide is included in the price, and there you hear the story of how production of vodka began, many interesting facts about Russia and Russian traditions of drinking. Now I'm listening to the tour of history of vodka, and here I'm near the Peter the Great. By the way, he's really famous here in Russian history. And in his time, there was a tradition that it's still kept in Russia when there is some company of people who are drinking, and the person who is late have to drink extra shot of vodka or something like this. And this tradition is still kept in Russia. In this museum, you can find all types of vodka from all regions of Russia, all brands and tasters. And in addition, you can see a lot of things from Soviet Union, so I'm sure you'll be interested in it. Moreover, in this museum, you can also taste the most famous types of vodka and try traditional Russian snacks. Honestly, I like this museum much more than the previous one. Even though I'm not a fan of vodka, the history is still really interesting, and you can see here a lot of things from Soviet Union, like a real old one. So in fact, I advise you to come there. It cost me 200 rubles, what's not so much, around $3, because I'm a student still. For adults, it's gonna be 250 rubles, so it's like not so much. Now I had an amazing chat with a girl who is sending the tickets here, and she gave me to try medovuham. It's honey drink, alcoholic drink, and I never tried this before, so I hope you're with me. Okay, that's not what I expected. It's like cider, honey cider, yeah. I was expected it to be like some of liqueur, strong one, but now it's like juice. Really. Okay, we have a really nice talk now with Jana, who is sending ticket, and she's super nice. She gave me to try it for free, and she told me many interesting information. Also, there is another tradition in Russia: when you're drunk, you're doing this. It means that you're drunk. So friends, I strongly advise you to visit the Vodka Museum in Izmailovo Kremlin, because it was really interesting even for me, even though I'm not a fan of this. And this place, the Kremlin, is amazing. The architecture is just breathtaking, so I really advise you to visit this place, and I hope you will enjoy it. By the way, there is a nice park next to the place. Thanks for watching this video, friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel.